how you and your partner was just on a 8-hour road trip or whatever.
Yeah.
So, first of all, what gave you the inspiration to believe that you can do it, and then share with us, the capital stack that you guys used to get started.
Well, again, I had no money, so I literally, I built up enough credit on my credit cards to survive living on like ramen noodles. I mean, really, really a tight budget. I figured I had about 2 years that if I could pull something off in 2 years, I could do it. And I literally was down to my last $23 of available credit on my credit card before I hit my first deal. And
Wow.
I give God all the glory, because there's no way I could have pulled that off. And just his hand on the whole company, and where he put me in touch with so many people. Talking about construction, like I said, we were one of the largest hotel builders, and I'm so on mechanical. But what's crazy is, I mean, I didn't know the difference between soffit and fascia when I started in construction, and ended up being into this. I'm like, it's crazy. I can't put a bookshelf together, but I have license to build skyscrapers now. I don't know. It's crazy.
Awesome.
Go figure, right?
But again, it all boils down to people and numbers. I mean, that's really what it is. People first, and the numbers got to make sense. And that's something God gave me, was understand numbers.
Okay,
So,
good.
I mean, it got to the point where we had such a fine-tuned operation, because we were totally vertically integrated. We had our own construction, our development. We had our own branding. We became a national franchise. My business partner had a management division, so kind of like a third-party manager to operate the properties, import companies, variety of things. But it was all numbers. It was at one point, we had it so fine-tuned, I literally could build in one town compared to another, the actual structure I could build within $5,000 of each other. That's how fine-tuned we had. I mean, I knew how many sticks were in that building, and how many yards of concrete, and how many labor hours it was going to take to build.
Wow. It's good.
So when you had the idea, you started doing the research, and tell us about that first one, the experience going through the first one.
Sure. Well, when I came up with the idea, I went to a small town in Wisconsin called Brillion, Wisconsin. It was a heavy industrial town. They actually had more employees than they had people in town. I think there was 3,000 people in town, and there was 4,000 employees or something like that of different factories and industry there. Kind of presented the idea to them, and they were like, "Nah, we're going to wait till we get a bigger hotel brand and type of thing." And I'm like, "No problem." So the next day I went to Clintonville, Wisconsin, a town. Clintonville's a town of about 5,000 people. And I talked to Lisa, the city manager there, and kind of present the idea of what I was thinking of doing. And it's funny, she goes and closes her office door, and she goes, "Listen here, this can't leave my office, because if the mayor finds out about that I had hotel developers in my office and building his town, it's going to break his heart." So it's kind of a joke, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they were just a joy to work with, and just great people there. We ended up negotiating TIF incentive, plus a revolving loan fund, plus the local bank there gave us a loan.
Can you explain what the
yeah.
TIF
Oh,
and the revolving?
Absolutely.
all
Yeah.
that
So
is?
TIF is tax increment financing, and it's in tax increment districts. So other than Arizona, so 49 out of the 50 states, it's a development tool used to spur economic development. How it works is, let's say, for instance, you have a property. Let's say the tax basis that they're creating the tax is $100,000 on it. They freeze it at $100,000, and then anything that you develop above that. So, let's say you do a $2 million project, the 1.9 increment that's now on the tax rolls, they are able to take that revenue stream and offer an incentive to actually develop in their town. So the benefit is they get something that they want in their town. The long-term benefit is, eventually, once that incentive gets paid off, it becomes a huge blessing to the community,
yeah.
For the schools and the park and the fire and all that. Basically the city gets exactly what they had before. They didn't have anything. This is what they got. It's a long-term vision for them.
long-term.
And it's the most unbelievable tool. I really wish Arizona would do that, because especially for the smaller communities where they can't offer any other incentive, it's really hurting the rural America.